Good morning, everyone. I'm Tracey McCain here with your headlines for today. It is Thursday, October 9th. Can you believe that? I know it doesn't necessarily feel like it's been October weather lately, but yeah, today makes the difference, right? Already temperatures starting out very chilly in the 40s. They're not going to go much higher. Maybe 57 we're going to top out at. And yeah, it's going to get even colder by tonight with frost in the forecast. There is a first alert for frost for tomorrow morning. Scott Haney's been updating us all on that in the morning. We'll get to some more of your forecast details in just a bit, but I want to get you updated with the top story. So we're going to get started right now with our top story out of Waterbury. You've heard about this one. A man in jail charged with killing his parents inside their Waterbury home. Police say the violence started with an argument over money. You're looking at the suspect right now as I take my super off here so that you don't get confused. His name, Javion Adams, accused of killing his parents. Horrible crime here in Waterbury, killing 55-year-old Mark Adams. We assume that's his father, and 51-year-old Carlene Williams. We assume that is his mother. Officers arrested him in Watertown after he allegedly broke into a home. The suspect in this case had multiple pending cases and convictions involving his immediate family and others he had a relationship with. Records showing he had been referred to domestic violence counseling several times.
Prosecutors say this started as a domestic dispute. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and police say that it's important to know the signs of domestic violence so you can help prevent it. One neighbor told Channel 3 that he saw a man and a woman arguing on the front lawn of the home on Beverly Avenue just hours before the shooting happened earlier this week. Prosecutors shared in court that the family was having an argument about finances, saying that they have video of Javion Adams being accused of taking money from the house. If you are worried about someone, you should check in on them regularly. Help is always available by calling the Domestic Violence Awareness Hotline. And if you're worried about your own safety or someone else's, call police immediately. And Waterbury police are meeting with advocacy groups next week to help the community better understand domestic violence. Your reporter in Waterbury, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, another top story for you this morning. You've heard about the government shutdown, and it is impacting federal workers here in Connecticut. Not only those who are working without being paid right now because they're furloughed or working for free. It's also impacting our airports. A lot of you have a long weekend with a holiday on Monday. Sometimes it's fall break for schools. So you're heading to the airports, flying out, and you could see delays or even cancellations. We'll get an update now from our Roger Susanen.
Well, good morning, ladies. We have some good news for you. Bradley Airport officials tell us that so far they have not seen a major increase in cancellations or delays. That is certainly good news for travelers today. The even better news is if you take a look at the departure board here at Bradley International Airport, you'll see that every listed flight is on time right now. And stop me if you've heard this one, but the heart of the issue is the government shutdown. CBS News reports an air traffic controller shortage has flared up since the shutdown began, which has led to a bunch of delays and cancellations at a laundry list of airports all over the country, including Newark, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and Los Angeles. Air traffic controllers are essential workers and required to work without pay during a government shutdown, but the Associated Press reports a slight uptick in sick calls over the last few days has snarled the entire system, and right now travelers are bearing the burden. So again, good news here at Bradley International Airport. No major issues, but again, we know that is not the case at many cities across the country. So travel experts say if you are planning to fly over the next few days, show up at the airport early. Also be flexible in your travel plans if you can, and also be extra vigilant in checking your flight status before you show up at the airport. Reporting at Bradley International Airport, I'm your reporter, Roger Susanen, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, one of those places you may be traveling to for this long holiday break, or at least making plans for next summer, maybe even beyond, Disneyland or Disney World, both locations, one in Florida, one in California, raising prices to kind of keep up with the cost of demand. So that's kind of one of the things everyone's talking about this morning because parents already making plans for Disney. Luckily for us here, it won't start until next October 2026, but let's get you up to date with what's happening in the meantime. All right, so Disney reportedly raising theme park prices. The Disney-focused news outlet MickeyVisit.com says ticket prices will go up at both Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California. Disney cites higher labor costs and park expansions. So now a one-day single park visit to Disney World or Disneyland will cost more than $200 during peak times. So we're talking about holidays, summer, New Year's Eve. There's a big celebration for that. That is a 5% increase. And again, it starts in October 2026. There is some good news. If you wanted to go to Animal Kingdom or to Epcot, those prices will remain steady for at least the next year, but they will likely go up afterwards. So planning ahead here, you have a whole year to get those finances in order if you're planning a trip to Disney. I have basically just told my kids that we'll go to the backyard because I don't want to spend any extra money. All right. Hey, listen, talking about things that are kind of popping right now, I love to have conversations on my Facebook page. And one that is getting a lot of interest is this weather, right? It is now 55 degrees for the high temperature for the day. We are definitely feeling like fall. So I asked you on my Facebook page, Tracey McCain News, is 55 degrees jacket or sweater weather? And, let's discuss it. So as I look here, we're seeing some comments from a whole bunch of people. Jay said shorts and a sweatshirt. So he's opting for, to go with his legs out in 55-degree weather. My son would agree. He's 9 years old, and he's always asking, Mom, can I wear shorts today? And I'm like, well, it's going to be like 32. He's like, it's okay. I'll be great. I guess it's just his body temperature is different. So, Jay, you and my son would agree here. Somebody else had a question. It depends on if it's raining, if there's strong wind, or, what's going on outside. I can't answer you that. I'm just asking a general question. What do you think? Sweater weather. So thank you for diving deeper into the conversation here. Sue says jacket weather for sure. And we also heard from Kim who said sweater for me. Beth said, good morning, cold weather, so either one works. Well, you can get in on this conversation on my Facebook page, Tracey McCain News. I would love to hear from you guys. I usually have a question every week, usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I kind of like do a Tuesday Tracey Talks and then a Thursday's topic. So I kind of like the alliteration there. Get involved. Let's talk and discuss and see what's going on in your neighborhood and see what your thoughts and feelings are for the day. All right, that's a look at your headlines for this WFSB Plus episode. I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Take care.